allergy families. Are you, any of you like me and just now sending your babies off to kindergarten? Whew, I tell you, it was a busy morning getting all the kiddos to school this morning, and I was just reflecting some today and last night about my personal goals for this school year and how I want to support our schools and our teachers. You know, I was a teacher for 5 years, and I know that kiddos like mine with lots of food allergies do require more work. We require a lot more planning in the case of special activities, procedures and things like that need to be followed to make sure he's safe at lunch and in the classroom and all of those things. And so I was thinking through ways that I could help our teachers just to be more successful and to support them, because really we all have the same goal in mind, and that's to have a safe learning environment for everybody. So I want to go through my 5 goals that I have for this year and just ways that I want to help our teachers out. So the first thing that I want to do is remind myself that I am the primary person to educate my teachers in school on my kiddos' allergy situation. Chances are they haven't had a lot of kids like mine. It's my job to let his teachers know what needs to be done, because I'm the one who's been there for all of his allergic reactions. I know what to look for. I know the products that are safe, and nobody else is going to be in that situation but me. So having the mindset of me being the teacher and imparting knowledge on them so that they know what to look for, what to keep their eyes out for, is really important. Even this morning, I had thought I had covered everything that my teachers needed to know, and I thought about the fact that today it's 92 degrees in Wisconsin, which is, it's really hot for here. I know some parts of the country are like, that's nothing, but here we don't get above 90 very often. And in the case of my kiddo with his eczema, he reacts and his eczema gets really bad just by sweating. It could be nothing else but just sweat. And so I went to his teacher when we dropped off this morning and let her know, hey, just so you know, his eczema flares up when he's hot. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. It's nothing to worry about. And that normally when he cools down, it subsides quite a bit. So even things like that you think of along the way are important things to share with your kiddos, a team of teachers, and their nurse. My second goal is to always be appreciative. You know, we have a lot of times when our teachers email us last minute or ask questions of us via email about safe things, and I always want to make sure that I appreciate them connecting with me and going over all of those product labels or letting me find safe swaps. It does take extra time from them, and I know that, and so I always try to make sure I let them know that I really appreciate them connecting with me and making sure things are safe. My third goal is to help educate the class, and one of the ways I like to do that is by providing our classroom either with a loaned book or the classroom library with a book that relates to food allergies. We actually just loaned out our new copy of Someone in Our Class Has Food Allergies, so I can't show that to you right now, but I'll put a picture on the screen for you. That's a really cute book that I recommend. It goes through how to keep a friend safe with food allergies, and it isn't allergy specific, which I like. And then the only thing that I don't like about that book, the one page I don't like, is there's a part about allergy bullying, which I think is very valuable. It's important to acknowledge that allergy bullying does sometimes take place. However, there's a part of the illustration that shows a police officer like he would be enforcing that. And I just don't really love the thought of 5-year-olds having fear of our community helpers like police officers. But in this case, you know, a well-placed hand over that portion of the illustration would cover it up just fine. There are some other books that are also super helpful for allergy awareness. One of the first ones that we had is this, Allie, the Allergic Elephant. This is a specifically peanut allergy book, but it does go through potential reactions and things like that and how to keep friends safe. I would say this is particularly good for 2 to 5-year-olds. We read this before we knew about all of my kiddos' other allergies and have read it with him still, and we just apply it to all of his allergies and let him know that, hey, these are the same rules that apply for all allergy situations. Another book that we like in our own library of books is The Bugabees. This is more one that I would recommend for home reading. There's also a really cute one for helping your kiddo prepare for school called Bentley Goes to School. It has some fantastic ideas in there, including how to be safe in school lunch, like not putting your silverware on the table, you know, leaving those in your lunch container. Things like that are all really helpful. My fourth goal is to have a standing email date with my kiddos' teachers. And I found last school year that it was really helpful to have just a certain time, either each week or each month, that we went over products that we used in the classroom. This allowed us to touch bases periodically and go over any new things like sensory table items, class parties coming up. And by putting it on the calendar, we could just check in with each other to know that we were on the same page. If your kiddo has a new teacher, I recommend maybe asking if you could email once a week, maybe on a Friday or something like that. I know that new teachers don't always have their plans done a month at a time. I know when I was teaching, I did not, I'll be honest. It was a goal for me to get my lesson plans done every Friday, so I was done for the next week. But having something like that just gives you how to say this, just a way to check in with each other to make sure that everyone's on the same page, and that gives you some time to find new products, suggest safe swaps and things like that. My last goal for this school year is to volunteer as much as I can. And it's a few different reasons. One, there have been allergy families in my school district who have been advocating for us for the last few years, and we have seen huge gains in allergy friendliness. Our school district just 2 years ago went to no food treats for birthdays at school, and it has made such a big difference in the lives of those of us with food allergies. I don't have to worry about weekly random treats being sent to school, which is awesome. Also, volunteering for class parties or anytime there's going to be a special activity allows there to be an extra set of eyes on my kiddo, and to make sure that just I double checked the ingredients or made sure that things were kept separate where they needed to be kept separate. And that just allows to lighten the teacher's burden and lets them know that I know that there's a lot of accommodations that have to take place, but I'm willing to help them with it too. You have other ideas of how you are helping support your kiddo's school? Do you want to leave a comment down below to give the rest of us some other ideas? You know, I thought up of 5 things, but the list could go on and on, really. I'm looking forward to volunteering in the school library. That has nothing to do with food, but I just love the library so much, and so I'm looking forward to that. I just wanted to encourage you that we can help make our schools safer for our allergy kiddos and advocate for them in the classroom, as well as just help our teachers out in all the different ways that they're working in the classroom. So if you found this helpful, would you please like this video and think about subscribing to my channel? It really does help me out, and it lets you know whenever I get a next video up. So I hope that you have a great first week of school, whether it has already passed or you're looking forward to it now. All right.